Good morning. I'm reading from A Woman's Spirit by Karen Casey. And today is July 31st. Can you believe we just cruised right through July already? Okay. Turn a disadvantage into an advantage. Embrace that which is unfair. Ellen Phelan. We have all heard the saying, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. We may have been certain at times that a particular batch of lemons was far too sour to be redeemed. But we do not know what lesson might be in store for us in a particular set of circumstances. We can be certain only that God is in charge of the lesson and the outcome. Our part is to stay positive and hopeful and to trust, to turn our life and our will over to God. Embracing that which seems unfair is merely showing our loving higher power that we trust the ebb and flow of our lives. It doesn't mean that we love what is happening. Instead, it means that we are willing to let go and let God direct our actions. Though letting go may be difficult at first, when we grow accustomed to it, we will feel a great burden lifted from our shoulders. Giving our life to God to manage means giving ourselves freedom to laugh and play more. We deserve the relief. We deserve the joy this guarantees, and we will find it. I deserve a peaceful, joy-filled life. If I let God help me today, I will feel so much better. And immediately what jumps in my head about this is, yes, it is up to me to turn my will and my life over to God. But that doesn't mean that I just wait around passively for something to happen. That means that when I see something that looks like it could be a solution, it's up to me to walk in that direction, right? It reminds me of the story of the person who's, they're in a flood, and the flood is rising, and a boat comes to their house, and the guy's like, get in the boat, you're gonna drown. And he's like, oh, no, God's gonna save me. And then now the water's up to the second story, and the guy's on the roof, and a helicopter comes by, and the helicopter says, grab the rope, you're gonna drown. And he says, oh, no, God's going to save me. It's okay. And he drowns. And when he gets to heaven, he says to God, I thought you were going to save me. What happened? And God says, I sent you a boat and a helicopter. It's up to you to get in. So that was what I thought of here. It is... letting go to me is like not fighting against the current, not trying to paddle upstream. We went to Song Circle last week, and Victoria led Row, Row, Row Your Boat, and she was talking about how, what one of the things that little song reminds us is we're rowing gently down the stream, we're going with the flow, right? Merrily, merrily, merrily along, 'cause life is but a dream. And that all came to me from this meditation. That, I don't have to reinvent the wheel. I don't have to fight and struggle, but I do have to keep moving. I do have to follow the flow. And when I do that, I usually end up in some pretty magnificent places with not a whole lot of frustration and suffering. So that is the meditation for today. And I'm going to once again pull a little page from Cleo Wade because I love her so much. And we're going to flip through Cleo Wade, Heart Talk. Poetic wisdom for a better life. And perhaps that one thing that you have spent your life working around is the one thing you're meant to work through instead. What are you turning a blind eye to? What aspects of others do you ignore because it's not even worth it? What thoughts are you having that you have to talk yourself into feeling are not that big a deal? Wait a minute, let me read that again. What thoughts are you having that you have to talk yourself into feeling they're not that big a deal? What are you numbing? There are many circumstances, dynamics, and experiences in our lives that we bribe ourselves to work around. And sometimes that's okay, but it's worth it to change the strategy. Choose to work through what is upsetting you. Dissect it, get to know it. And if you need help, get help. Nothing negative deserves to take up major real estate in your mind. Yeah. That's part of gently, 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 life is but a dream, because the resistance to what is what causes the suffering, right? If I'm trying to avoid something because it makes me uncomfortable, that causes suffering. I might be able to smooth over it for a little while, but it will pop back up. It will pop back up, and it is up to me to address it, right? Dissect it, get to know it, and if I need help, get help. Because I get to determine what takes up space in my mind and in my heart. And those things that I resist and try to avoid, most generally, those are the places in my life that offer the most growth, the most personal growth. Excuse me. So that's it. That's your Zen Way for today. I hope you have a really beautiful, beautiful last day of July. And whatever you're doing, be gentle and kind and loving with yourself. And watch for the gifts that pop up, because they're always there. All right.